Hello everyone, hope you're having an okay day so far. Today we're going to be looking at frames and also we are still continuing our adventure with our toolbox of mental health tools, but to implement this we are going to be using frames. So you can think of a frame as something similar to a form where you can put components within it and then that frame can sit onto a form, and you sort of like then have a function of reusability within that frame itself. You can stick it on multiple forms. So a typical example of that might be a customer name and address sort of information. You could put that into a form and you would have that, let's say, on a customer form, a supplier form, a contractor form, and so on. So what that does is it saves you some time then in developing that functionality, or means you don't have to rewrite that functionality for each particular form you want to use. So you get a bit of time saving there. And one of the other benefits you'll find in using frames then is that rather than having big chunks of, well, let's say a very large main unit, if you were not using a frame, then how would you manage these sorts of things? If you can imagine, let's say a application with, let's just say, 3 forms, and you put those 3 forms onto 3 panels and all that functionality, then you can imagine those that main unit then could become quite large depending upon what it's doing. So what a frame allows you to do is to work on that functionality separate to the main form, and depending then on how you utilize that form, it means you can, let's say, have cleaner code because you've got this separation of control or responsibility there. So that's one of the other benefits you will see with using frames. So what we're going to do now is to create a new frame. We're going to put it into our little tiny application we're building here. This is not going to be our mental health toolbox, but you are going to get the idea of how this is all done. The other thing I will also mention is that there is also a page on the Free Pascal Wikipedia which tells you all about it, and we can make sure we've got this link in the description here, and it tells you about how to use them. But I'm also, let's just say, as an addition to this page here, we're going to show you, how you can do some of this sort of stuff. So it's not that difficult once you've used it once. So let's get started, shall we? And this, by the way, is wiki.lazarus.freepascal.org/tframes. And they also have, well, this is like the starting page you'll get to, but they talk about how to use them as well. So have a look at that when you have time. So we're going to now minimize this one. We're jumping back into our Lazarus IDE. And just to show you where our program is at the moment, let's just save that one. That's my about, my settings. Okay, so you can see basically here I've got a settings frame and an about frame. And nothing much spectacular, except you can see that I've got 2 frames, but you don't know how they're done. So what we're going to basically do now is to add we're going to create a new frame and or add this frame into an application. So let us go to under file, we've got new, and under new, under the module section here, there is a one of the items that you can create is a frame, so click on that one, then click the OK button, and it will basically give you a unit. And you'll also have a form frame as well that you can do stuff with. So what might I put here? Well, let's just add in I'm just going to put a button here first of all, and what we're going to do now is let's find a label that we can use. Okay. And now we're going to change our label to, let's call this one here INS. And just to make it INSPIR. And of course you can, size this however you want to, and it will become obvious when this application is running. So now so you can imagine now in the same frame here we could put the quote and the back and the next buttons. And similarly, we might have a frame for the breathing exercise that we did, I think it was 2 videos ago. So I'll put the links to the different parts of the application that we've done so far, and there is also a playlist for this application we're developing as well. So let's give this particular, well, first what I'm going to do now is save my frame, and we're going to call this one here frame quotes, and we will now go into our frame here and give it a name. And the reason why I like to give these why I'd like to give a frame a decent name is because within the application I want to recognize it easily, as opposed to using frame 1, frame 2, frame 3 sort of thing. So frame quotes there, that's been saved now. And why don't we put some code here? So we're just going to do a show message here. Yay for quotes. So the other nice thing about using our frames is that if you think of it from perhaps a green perspective, is that, and you don't load them things until you need to, you are not wasting resources by having things loaded when the whole program starts up. And even if you're never going to go into it, that's one way of looking at it. It uses, therefore, would be using less memory if things are loaded dynamically and removed as needed. So now what we need to do here is to basically, well, how can we use this particular frame on the application here? Now there are a couple of ways this can be done. First way is that a frame could be put onto a form statically, and the other way is to do it dynamically. My preference is to use dynamic, and that's because for me, if I have too much clutter on the form, be that multiple frames, you've got toolbars, you've got other let's call them non-visual components, that it can be hard to grab at things. So if I can program things separately or use things dynamically, that is my preference. You may have a different view. Regardless of whether or not you have the how you load your frames or how you use your frames, they still give you that separation of not having to put everything into your main unit and making it monolithic. So we need to add our new frame in here. So I'm just going to add in here frame quotes. And now what I've also done here for this particular application here, I've got a panel on the left hand side here which sort of like represents my menu. Not how it would look at the end, but this is purely for demonstration purposes. And so what we're going to do now is to put another button here. And this one here, we're going to give it a label of here quotes. Double click on that one there, and I'm just going to copy my next bit of code here to save me doing additional typing. And in this instance here, what we are going to create is one of these. Now in this particular code here, it will be doing, you could load the same form twice, and in a future video I'm going to show you how you can overcome that sort of thing. But in this instance here, like I said, so what we've got here is to, when we click on a button here, what the program will then do is to create the frame, and it will then embed the frame onto this contents area. Now my contents area, it is set to have an alignment of the client, so that means whatever space is not taken up by the menu here, is going to become the client area, and that's where my content panel sits on, which will be the container for my frame. So here, in basically what I'm going to be then doing is to say, well, what is my current frame? Which frame is currently being displayed here? Again, we're not talking about having managing navigation or forwards and backwards between, like you might do in, say, a web browser potentially, or an entire single page application where you can go down 3 levels deep and come back 1 or 2. And the other thing also is, and we're not doing like a frame, well, that's like a frame stack actually, but this is just the very simple version of how frames can be used. In the next version, what we probably will be doing is going into the application and adding in code to also show preventing the user from clicking on if the user does click on the same button, it's not going to reload it. So what's going to happen then, so when our form gets created, we basically set our current frame to nil, so we've got nothing there. And since we've got nothing there, when the user clicks on one of the menus, it's going to either load the settings frame or our quotes frame or our about box frame. Now just to show you what's in the other frames here, this one here just says settings frame. We're just going to change the font here so that it looks nice like the other one, and I think I set that one there to 16 and this one here to bold as well. And then in our about box here, so you can see here, if you did have, say, something like a section of an application with like a name, or sorry, maybe just an address field like a street, suburb / city, state, and zip or postcode, and you had something like your state field was a drop-down control listing all your states, well, you wouldn't have to rewrite that functionality every time you wanted to have a person select or input the state. It's just saving you time from having to rewrite or re-implement that same functionality across multiple forms there. So what we've done, we've made everything look the same, so you can see what our about frame looks like. There's not much there. We've got a settings frame with a single button, and now we've also got a quotes frame with a button that does something here. And when we load the frame then, what's going to happen here is, actually I just would need the code before actually. Anyway, so what's going to happen here is that it basically, all it does is we create a new instance, or the frame that was created, gets assigned to the panel, and if we had an existing panel, well, it would have been freed as well, and then we set the parent and the alignment and we show it. So what I might do here, well, actually this is actually the code that, even I might have an extra statement there, this is the code here that's actually in use right now. So let's run this version of the program. Okay, what have I got missing here? Let's try dialogues, I think. So our quotes come in, we click on that, and yay, we got a message box appearing. And if we click on the about box, there you got that one, and now you've also got your settings frame, and nothing will happen there. By themselves, frames are functional. They're great to use in terms of the reasons I've explained earlier. But now what if we wanted to incorporate a how can we make a frame a little bit more appealing, maybe to the user? So to that extent, what we could do here, we're going to do a slide switch here, which is another function I've written here, and basically what it's going to do, once I comment out this code here, you can see that we could do something like having our frame sliding into existence, and the old one, sort of like disappears at the same time. You can see there. So a little bit slow there. That's because I'm recording as well, but you've got the idea here. So with just a small amount of extra code here, you can make an application more visually appealing. And especially if you've got lots of when I say lots of controls, let's say multiple controls on the form where one slides out and the other slides in, or you could have it sliding up even rather than sliding across. Your application, which may be functionally great, also becomes a great user experience, and we're also using Object Pascal, free Pascal environment here, so it's a win-win situation. And of course, when you do use when you are using frames, what you are basically getting is you can put all the logic handlers, the event handlers, the business logic, etc., within that frame itself. So so basically we're looking at that reusability again, and it makes our code, it makes our application code more containerized, if I can create such a word as that. And here, this bit of my text here was just explaining what I was doing there in my program. So basically having a content area which we can make frames appear. Another place where you can use frames is if you were using creating a wizard where you want to go next and back between different parts of an installation sort of function, or step-based screens. And that's really about it. So like I said, in the next video, hopefully I will have got the quotes code from that previous form into one of these frames here, and you can see it in the context of this little application. Similarly, we could take the breathing exercise from the other form and put it onto a frame within this little program here. Well, it's going to become a different name, but you've got the idea. So you can start to see this program taking shape, where we're not using any fancy third-party tools here, although it could be made looking nicer. But you start to see the power that you can be achieved quite simply using Lazarus, using free Pascal. If you have any questions about using frames, just let me know in the comments below. If you've got any comments as well, I'd love to hear from you. So that's about it for this video. So until next time, happy coding, and I'll see you then, and bye.